सेग्रीगेशन एट सोर्स भी होना चाहिए, सेग्रीगेशन घरों में भी हो सकता है, सेग्रीगेशन कई घरों में होता नहीं है बिकॉज ऑफ एकदम से पूरे शहर का कल्चर चेंज करना इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल। तो जो कलेक्ट करते हैं वो भी सेग्रीगेट करते हैं।
If source segregation is not done, if we do not differentiate our waste into dry waste, wet waste, domestic hazardous waste, electronic waste, if we don't do this categorization, all waste is going to be keep getting dumped at landfills. And if they keep getting dumped, like what is happening at the Ghazipur landfill, we talk about the MCD keeps telling us that they have decreased the height of the Ghazipur landfill. But also they are not mentioning that the fresh waste is still being dumped over there. So on one hand you talk about reducing it by bioremediation, which is great, but at the same time if you continue to keep dumping fresh waste, I believe they have found a place in Ranikhera. So are we looking at another Ghazipur coming up? Because the solution is not to go on creating more landfills, and definitely the existing landfills are not going to keep coming down in height until they find a solution for not dumping fresh waste, fresh mixed waste.
अब जो वेस्ट टू एनर्जी प्लांट्स हैं उसमें काफ़ी हद तक काफ़ी सारा कूड़ा उसमें सीधे भी जा सकता है। हम तो बना रहे हैं यार 8100 टन्स कूड़े में से काफ़ी वेस्ट टू एनर्जी में ही जा रहा है।
So waste to energy plant, the whole word is the name is a misnomer. It's basically a waste management tool. It doesn't really produce much electricity. The way electricity produced is negligible. It doesn't take care of any of our electricity needs in the city. Like you need a certain kind of waste to run a waste to energy plant. It has to be high calorific waste. So according to GIZ, the kind of calorific waste that a waste to energy plant needs is 1800 kilocals per kg. But Indian waste is low in calorific value, is high in moisture content, and is less than 1500 kilocals per kg. So how is this technology going to work in India? And the solid waste management rules 2016 clearly say that waste to energy plant, the waste that goes there should be non-reactive, should be non-biodegradable, it should be non-recyclable. Only these kind of waste can go. But at the moment, if segregation is not happening, how do you send that kind of waste? All we are doing is that we are using a lot of the government's money in using a technology which really doesn't work in the Indian context. It's just being used here because incineration is a very easy option. Like it's so simple, you have so much waste, you don't know how to manage it, you burn it or you landfill it. These are not the options to be considered in India. We have to look at reusing, recycling, composting, not waste to energy plants.
मुझे लगता है जो लोकल वो आएंगे डिस्पोज करने वाले, वहाँ पे उन लोगों को वो मिल जाएगा, जॉब मिल जाएगा।
But do we have any plan in place? Timeline उसका?
I don't think there's any systematic plan. But let me figure out.
Specifically, if I talk about the informal waste picking sector, you have the kudawalas, which are the waste pickers, kabadiwalas, the small scrap dealers. All this is a huge informal sector of recycling which is there in India, and unfortunately the city is not taking care of them. We are not including them, we are not integrating them into our waste management systems. So what the government should really be doing is to acknowledging these people who are recycling about 15 to 20% of all waste that is generated in a city and diverting it from landfills. So basically what we are talking about is resource recovery, which the informal recycling sector of our kabadiwalas, our scrap dealers, our recyclers, this is what they are doing. So we should be taking care of them. The waste management systems have to include them, give them work at material recovery facilities, give them work at composting centers, and protect their livelihoods and keep them safe.